Hi, boys and girls. This week in Social Studies, we'll be looking at lessons 5 and 6 to finish up the chapter. So today you're watching Chapter 6, Lesson 5. When you're done listening and watching this presentation, you're going to complete the assignment on slide number 7. On this introduction slide, you see 3 pictures. The first one is of a building that is named Hitsville, USA. It is part of a museum in Motown in the city of Detroit, where lots of singer and songwriters were made famous. And the next picture you see is of the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And then the bottom one is a picture of Tuquamanon Falls in the Upper Peninsula. All right, tourism is big business for us. The Great Lakes State is beautiful. We have all these waterways, and lots of people come here to vacation in the summer and take advantage of the lakes. And they also come here in the winter to go skiing or snowmobiling or ice fishing. All right, think of this question while you read. Why do people come to Michigan for vacations? Who are tourists? Why are they important to Michigan's economy? Tourists are people from other places who visit while they're on their vacations. They are important because they spend about $18 billion a year in Michigan. $18 billion, a lot of money. Tourists spend money at hotels and motels. They buy meals in restaurants. They buy gas in gas stations. They buy gifts from shops to take home. This brings money to the people who own these businesses. About 150,000 people in our state have jobs because of tourists. Some people wait on tables. Others work in gas stations. Some make beds in motels. It is a service business. Most tourist businesses offer services, not products like cars. You cannot hold a service in your hand. In Michigan, the number of service jobs is growing. Doctors, nurses, teachers, and others who provide services. Where do they visit? Which are the places tourists visit? You can learn more about them by region. Here are some of the most popular places. Okay, we're going to talk about the 3 regions that they divide our state up in by tourism. First, the Detroit region. Southeastern Michigan has many places to visit. They are all near Detroit. Dearborn. Honk, honk. Watch out. Here comes a Model T. You cannot stand in the middle of the street. Model Ts still drive down the streets of the Henry Ford. That is the name for Greenfield Village and the Henry Ford Museum. The Henry Ford is in Dearborn. Yes, you can ride in a Model T. You can also take a steam train to the next station at the Henry Ford. You can see what a factory was like 120 years ago. Detroit. Do you want to see where the Supremes and Stevie Wonder worked? Then visit the Motown Museum in Detroit. It is a great stop if you like music once made there. One of Detroit's newest museums is the Museum of African American History. Discover the accomplishments of African Americans in Michigan and the nation. The Mid-State region. Drive northwest from Detroit. A few miles beyond Flint is a small town of Frankenmuth. We're familiar with that, right? Frankenmuth. Need to buy something for your Christmas tree? Visit Bronner's in Frankenmuth. If shopping makes you hungry, this town is well known for good places to eat. It's the top tourist stop. In Frankenmuth, many of the people have German ancestors. Grand Rapids. Have you ever wanted to visit the White House? You can do it. You don't even have to leave Michigan. Just go to Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids has 2 big museums downtown. One is in honor of past President Gerald Ford. It was his hometown. Inside the museum, you can see a copy of the Oval Office from the White House. It is just like it was when Mr. Ford was president. That was from 1974 to 1977. Another museum is the Van Elden Museum. Here you can walk down an old street and visit the stores. You can learn about how furniture was made. This museum even has a big carousel that kids can ride. Another great place is the Myers Garden in Grand Rapids. The gardens have beautiful flowers. There is a giant statue of a horse and a butterfly. Holland. Where can you see fields and fields full of tulips? Go to Holland, Michigan for its Tulip Festival. It's held each spring. There are acres of red, yellow, pink, and orange tulips. It's going on right now, boys and girls, in the month of April. Kalamazoo. Do you like airplanes? Visit Kalamazoo's Aviation History Museum. Sometimes it is called the Air Zoo. It has all kinds of old planes to see. Some of them are really big. Lansing. Where do thousands of students visit each year? Students like you go to the Michigan Historical Museum in Lansing. Inside that, you can see part of a copper mine. You can touch real big wheels like the lumberjacks used. It's almost like going back in time. Muskegon. Ready for some thrills? Try out roller coasters and some great water rides. Go to Michigan's Adventure Park. It's near Muskegon. There are over 50 rides at the park with names like the Funnel of Fear, Tornado Slide. It is no wonder that 800,000 people stop here each year. All right, our third and final region is called the Northern Region. Mackinac. Drive north on I-75 to the Mackinac Bridge. In the summer, you are not alone. Thousands of tourists travel north to see this part of Michigan. You will see campers and motorhomes along the way. Near the south end of the bridge is a fort. This is Fort Michilimackinac. It was captured by Pontiac's warriors in 1763. They have people dressed as they did years ago. Some British soldiers are marching by now. Drive north across the bridge. It is so tall that you can see ships under it. It's like driving in the sky. Look to your right. You'll see Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island really takes you back in time. You must use a boat to get there. There are no cars on the island. People must walk, ride a bike, or use a horse. Horse-pulled carriages are on the island. The carriages take people where they need to go. It's just like it was over 100 years ago. Mackinac Island is a popular place to visit. Pictured Rocks. Go to Munising. Take a boat ride in Lake Superior. It's the best way to see Pictured Rocks. These high cliffs are streaked in many colors. I hope you have a camera. You will want to take pictures of the rocks. Sleeping Bear Dunes. Did you ever want to play in a sandbox when you were little? Where is the world's biggest sand pile? It may be Sleeping Bear Dunes. This is sand as far as you can see. It goes about 35 miles. There is a legend about how the dunes were formed. Do you know the story? I have a book. I'll read it to you guys later in the year. The Sault. Sault Ste. Marie is also called the Sault. On one side is Lake Superior. On the other side is Lake Huron. The Sault Locks are between. Lake Superior is higher than Lake Huron. We've already learned this, right? Water rushes between them. Without the locks, boats could not sail between the lakes. You can stand at the locks and watch the ships go through. And the last page here, Tequamanon Falls. Pretty waterfalls always are a nice place to visit. Tequamanon Falls are in the eastern part of the Upper Peninsula. Tourists visit them all year. Hear the water roar as it goes over the edge. These are Michigan's largest waterfalls. Several tourist stops are natural resources. It is often true in the northern region. These are not resources that are mined or cut down. These are resources that people enjoy seeing. They pull people to visit this part of Michigan. Many tourist businesses are located near pretty places. It is important to make sure these pretty places stay clean, and it's important that we do not damage them by pollution. We want people to enjoy visiting Michigan. Do you have any other places you'd like to visit in Michigan? You may want to tell your class about your favorite. Then there are so many that we cannot mention. And now a big graphic there of different places in Michigan where tourists are attracted to go and see. Using the map. Use this map. This map shows places tourists like to visit. It also features that people help using this map. It is a map grid along two sides. You can use the grid to help others find places on the map. Look at the top left corner. The grid makes boxes of the map. Two are shown. The Adventure Copper Mine is in B1. Where is the dot at Fort Wilkins? The map also has a map scale. It helps you tell the distance between places. This scale shows 50 to 100 miles. You can see it is more than 50 miles across Lake Michigan, but less than 100. What is the map title? Well, it looks like Some Michigan Tourist Attractions. And what does the compass rose tell you? Oh, we remember that from the very beginning of social studies. It tells us north, south, east, and west. And where is it? Oh, yeah, it's in the top right-hand corner right there. All right, boys and girls, that's all for now. Oh, sorry, you're going to go to this last slide, and look what it does. It tells you that the map is divided into 3 tourist regions of Michigan. In the boxes below, give the name of each region. So when it says region A is, give the name. Region B is, give the name. And region C is, give the name. And then it says, and 4 facts about that region. All right, now, that's all for now.